Hello? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Okay, good. I couldn't hear anybody else. I was like, uh-oh. Hello, hello. Yay, everybody's hopping on. How in the world did you already get that? You're crazy.
Well, because I'm sitting here in my office doing nothing, waiting for wrestlers to get hurt, which hopefully doesn't happen. And I was like, sweet.
That's awesome.
School has a printer. I'm printing it.
You already printed it, Christine?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just sent it to her.
I've printed a lot of things.
Let me make sure everybody's okay hopping on here. Let me.
Maybe.
If you guys want, as you're joining, you might want to mute yourself because
You'll get mad.
Yeah. It happens a lot, actually. I'll never forget we did a team call one day and or one night, and somebody were they cussing in the background? I don't know, but they were like screaming at their children. And I mean, it's stuff that I would not cuss, but I would scream whenever I'm mad. But it was really funny because we were on the call with people we didn't know because they were just prospects, and we're like, whoops. Look, it's baby Ross. Hi, future coach. Okay. Let me jump over to the event page. And you guys can unmute yourself and chat for a second if you want. I was just saying, like, for the people who didn't know, if they join, we can hear them if they don't mute themselves. Because I feel kind of weird sitting here by myself. Let me make sure.
I was glad you reminded me to mute mine because my kids are fighting bedtime and yelling at everyone. Didn't figure everybody wanted to listen to that.
How's Shift Shop going? Who's doing Shift Shop?
Next time.
Awesome. Pretty excited about it. I think everybody's really sore right now. To be expected, right?
Yeah. And Christian mentioned earlier that he's already noticing a difference, like with his clothes and stuff, how they're fitting.
That's crazy. Is he doing the meal plan too?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So Todd and I have, Todd and I just started on Monday, and I'm already down like 5 pounds, and he's down like 7. It's shocking.
That's crazy.
That's awesome. Yeah, we I was really surprised because I had already cut grains and stuff from my diet and been doing the low carb, high fat stuff. So I thought I would actually gain weight adding in the fruit, extra carbs. And so I was really surprised that I had lost as much. I think the first week I lost, I can't remember exactly. I think it was 8 or 9 pounds, but it was a big difference. And I was like, I wasn't really expecting that. But I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised by the end of this week. Okay, so I think we've got pretty much everybody on here. I think all the leaders are on here. I'm going to check the group one more time. Oh, somebody's asking if they missed the call. Okay, so we will go ahead and get started. So welcome, everybody. If you have not been introduced to me yet, my name is Brooke. I'm one of the, I guess you'd say, founding coaches of our team. And a lot of us leaders on the team got together who kind of, I would say, grew up together on the same team here. And we all got together over the last week, and we were really chatting about ways to bring our community back together again. And really, and not that we had fallen apart by any means or anything like that, but just we were used to be doing team calls and life happened. But also, whenever we had become when the coaches have become diamond, we all kind of split off and did our own things. It seems like, oh, sorry, seemed like a really good idea at the time. However, now we're realizing how beneficial it is to have these bigger team calls so that we can all collaborate, because we've all got something special to offer. And so having us all together, I think at least once a week is really beneficial for the whole team. And we're really, really excited about it. So we came back from Summit pumped up, and we were so filled with fire, but a part of us, all of us felt it, but we didn't really say anything at first. We're like, but we're kind of missing something. And we were missing this connection, but also visions and goals, where we're headed. So you can have all this fire in your belly and excited to do things, but if you don't really know where you're headed, it's really hard to keep at it. And then once you, like today's Thursday, like maybe you were really excited Monday and Tuesday, it's hard to keep that excitement when life happens, when you don't really know where you're headed or what you're trying to do or accomplish. So we want to make sure that we talk about that today too. But before we get into that, I would love for some of the diamond and above, if you ever hit diamond and above, to introduce yourselves, just so that the team kind of, because there's a lot of people here who are brand new, just so they can see who you are. If you want, you could say your name, rank, where you're from, whatever you want to say. So I said my name is Brooke. I am used to be a dental hygienist before I became a full-time coach. I think I was a part-time coach and full-time hygienist for about a year and a half, and then went into coaching full-time at about year 2 mark. So I've been doing this full-time, and I'm married to Jason, who's also a coach. You'll probably see him pop in here. We started together, and I have a little one who just turned 1, Theodore. And let's see what else. And then as far as rank, we've been an elite team 2 times. So we got our elite gift just delivered. It kind of fell apart, so we're fixing it. So this was for you guys, helping us hit elite. So we've been elite 2 times, and then 6-star in my first business center, 1-star in my second business center. So those are our ranks. Let's see, let me find a diamond to go next. The first diamond I see on Kelsey. Oh, wait, you're muted. There we go.
Oh, okay. I thought I unmuted myself. Anyways, let's see. My name's Chelsea. I've been a coach since March of 2015. At one point, I was a 1-star diamond coach, and now I'm not anymore. This year has been a really hard year for me, especially in like when it comes to coaching. The first 2 years of my coaching career, my husband was in the Army, and we lived in Fort Stewart, Georgia. And we moved back to Indiana at the beginning of February this year. And just the changes in life and readjusting to our new lives, our old new lives, I guess you could say. I let life take over, and I kind of fell off from coaching, but I've been really back in since June-ish, but going to Summit and getting to hang out with everybody and see everybody at Summit again really helped me to kind of step up and go back into coaching full-time. When I first started, my goal was for my husband to get out of the Army and to be able to come home and be home. And it was like once that happened, I didn't really have a vision for what was next, and I didn't know where to go or what to do. So I've really been focusing on changing that and taking that next step to figure out where I want to go now, what we want, especially what we want from coaching, and get back into it. So yeah, I'm excited to be back and to start doing more as a team again.
Yay. Awesome. Sarah, you want to go? Oh, there we go.
Hey, so I'm Sarah Graham. I'm a lifetime 1-star diamond. I went to dental hygiene school with Brooke. That's where we met. I was a full-time hygienist probably, gosh, I don't even remember now, 2 years before I quit. Yeah, because I've been doing coaching for 3.5 years now. I quit dental hygiene 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago. I'm married, and we have our first baby here, Ross. What else was I supposed to? What else was
Whatever you want to share. That's actually really good.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just pass it on to the next person.
Hi, Ross. Okay, I saw Kelly O'Barr somewhere. I thought she was on here.
Yeah, I am.
There you are.
Am I unmuted? Hi.
Hello.
I'm Kelly, and I am from Fort Wayne, Indiana. And my coach is Chanel. I don't know if I saw her on here. Is she on here somewhere?
She popped on. Yep.
Pop on. Okay. So my coach is Chanel, and I've been a coach for 3 years. I kind of feel like I started with everybody shortly after Brooke and Sarah and Chanel started. I am a 1-star diamond, and I have 2 diamonds, but of course they're on the same leg, so we'll have to work harder for that other leg. I have 2 kiddos, and I work full time. I'm a physical therapist, and this year, I guess, I kind of would say I've just been kind of steady and consistent. I haven't grown my team really fast. I just kind of stuck with it and slow and steady. This year, my husband started traveling for work, so that has changed things a little bit, working full time and him not being home. So I've kind of had to adjust things a little bit and not necessarily take a step back from coaching, but just change things so that it works better for our family. But I'm excited for this. Summit always lights the fire underneath you, and just coming back from that and seeing all the new coaches on our team so excited for it makes you more excited too. So I'm excited to start these calls again and get this going.
Yay. Chanel, you want to go?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, I didn't know how clear it would be. So yes, I'm Chanel. I went to high school with Brooke. She actually graduated with my younger brother. Kind of been with the team since the beginning, about 3, actually is it 3 years?
I got it.
Yeah, almost 4.
Yeah, almost 4 years. That's crazy. I'm 1-star diamond, physical therapist.
All right.
What else should I say? I had a really awesome transformation in the beginning, and it just grew into something that I wanted to share with other people. A lot of things have happened in my life since I started coaching nearly 4 years ago. So I feel like more recently in the past few months, I've kind of had a lot of discovery in myself and what my vision is for my career and my practice, and how to tie in Beachbody into that practice. And so I feel like while I'm a 1-star diamond, I kind of feel like I'm starting over in terms of my own brand and my own culture, just because I've changed so much over the past few years. But I'm excited about this.
Yeah. I feel like we all feel like we're starting over, which is exciting. I think it's going to be a good thing to do the visions and goals together, because just like Chelsea said, after you hit certain goals, it's like, okay, now where am I going? And then on top of it, a lot changes, which is what's fun. So
Right.
Let's see. Jen England, do you want to go?
Hi.
Hi.
I have a child with me, so if she pops in here, I apologize. I am Jen, and I am also in Fort Wayne, outside Fort Wayne. Kelly O'Barr is my coach. I am 1-star diamond right now. Really close to 2. That's really fun. Hopefully anytime I'll be able to announce that I have another diamond. Yeah, I've been doing this 2 years. I think this month is 2 years, so that's fun. I'm loving it. I'm also an aerobics instructor, a school psychologist, a stay-at-home mom of 3 kids. Stay at home like never, but I stay at home. My husband is a railroader, so he's never here. And so it's mostly me staying at home, getting everybody everywhere, gymnastics and things. But Beachbody is my life. I mean, I've been full time since I started, because I'm I have like 4 full-time jobs. It's whatever. So that's fun. And I really did have a fire lit at Summit. It was really fun. I went last year and I kind of had no idea what I was doing at that point, but now I feel like I understand the business more, and now I push live events for everyone. So everyone should really definitely be on track to be at Summit next year, because it's amazing and it's pushed us all forward. So I'm excited to do these bigger calls and to get insight from all of you guys moving forward.
Awesome. Kelly Underwood, you want to go?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I started coaching in April of 2015, so it's just been a little over 2 years. I have a 2.5-year-old, and I'm just 1-star qualifying today.
Yay!
So that's yes, I'm super excited. I started this business kind of like as a part-time to pay for my Shakeology, and since have been able to quit a full-time job and take a part-time position. And things were going really good for me this time last year, and then like a shit ton happened and my whole life turned upside down. So long story short, my husband had an affair, but instead of letting the business go out the window, I held on tight and kept chugging away, and I'm still starting to get back to where I was. And personal development, that is like my biggest thing. I say that all the time. If it wasn't for personal development, I would not have gotten through everything that I've gotten through in the last little bit. So if you can take any advice from me as a new coach or even as an existing coach, personal development is huge. And my coaches know that for my team, because I talk about it all the time. So really dig in and make sure that that's something that you put a lot of time into, because it will definitely help you succeed with this business. But coaching has changed my life, and I absolutely love it.
Thank you. Let's see, Colleen.
Oh. Hi everyone. My name is Colleen Devine. Like Kelly, I started coaching back in April 2015. I am a diamond coach from the East Coast of Canada. It's great that we're talking about goals and visions tonight, because when I started this business, I jumped in full force. I had no idea what I was doing. Unlike a lot of you, I had never, ever, ever been in a challenge group. I didn't know what the hell they were. I just jumped in, turned Emerald, and then ran my first group. I was Emerald long before I even started my first challenge group. But I had a clear vision of what this opportunity provided, and it was going to provide me the freedom to leave a full-time job. I'm still working towards that, but knowing that that goal is there, and it's like a non-negotiable for me, it's going to happen, is what helps me get through the shitty days. And I just had a really bad one today. I had a huge blow today. And the only reason I'm still going is because I turned to my groups, I talked it out with people, I went live and talked it out with people, and that's what helped me through. And I'll second what Kelly said, personal development. I wouldn't still be sitting here today if it wasn't for personal development and being held accountable to what I've said I wanted to do. So I just keep embracing it and keep pushing forward. But anyway, so I'm excited to have you guys all here and be able to share some of the things, because these are some pretty awesome ladies that I've had the opportunity to meet. I've come from a very negative background of growing up in a negative environment. And so it's been, I've been pretty grateful to have all this positivity around me when I needed it the most. So welcome everyone.
Thank you. And then I think I saw Lauren.
Hello. I'm just going to be honest, it's scaring the crap out of me looking at everybody watching me. So I'm like sweating. So I'm Lauren. I am originally from Delphus, Ohio. I live in Fort Wayne, Indiana now. My coach is Kelly Obar. So I have been coaching for about 2 years now, but only actually doing anything since like last year at Summit. I kind of lit my fire and changed everything. I kind of just coached. I said I was doing the work and I wasn't. And so doing all that going to Summit really lit my fire and showed me that I really was doing it. This summer has kind of helped me really get down to work and do what I need to. So with coaching, I'm getting married in December, so I've kind of just reevaluated, like, I need to get my crap together. I want to make this work so that when I do come to the point where I'm having a family, I'm ready to do that and I'm stable, and I have this coaching thing down. And just being able to inspire others and really working on building my own team right now has really kind of just pushed everything into motion and is really just making me ready to go get this. So that is all.
Yay. Thank you. Did I miss anybody? I can't see everybody. Any other diamonds or above?
Jen McPherson.
I
was
can't
raising
see.
my hand.
Can you unmute yourself?
I did. Can you hear me?
Okay, good. I thought I had to. Awesome.
No, my little guy's teething, and he's just a hot
Aw.
screaming mess in the background. But anyway, I'm excited to be on this call with all you guys. I have been coaching since July 2015, so I just had my 2-year anniversary when we were actually at Summit. And I am Diamond as of today, which is super exciting. I hit it almost a year ago and just was never able to maintain it, and I'm ready to really work towards it now because I got to go to Punta Cana and experience that whole trip, which was phenomenal. And then coming back from Summit, I'm just ready to go next level and really kick ass in this business.
Yay. Congrats on getting Diamondback today.
Thank you.
Woohoo. So, okay, guys, we will kind of jump into all this, but there's a couple announcements really quick. If you don't have a Team Cup yet, or if you don't know what Team Cup is, we've got some information about that in the team page, but make sure you're on a team, even if you're brand new. If you're wanting to work the business, it's a really good idea to do that. It's kind of just like friendly competition amongst us all. And it's just, you get to team up with other teammates and stuff. And basically it's based off of Success Club points, which is helping people. So we all kind of just rally together for some cool prizes from corporate. Other announcements, I don't think there was anything that you guys don't know from Summit already, all the cool stuff that's going to be happening. I think one of the most important things that I was really happy about, and it might seem silly because there's a ton of information thrown at us at Summit, but one of my favorite things was the Clean Week, because you guys know we love running these free groups, but Beachbody is basically making a free clean week for us for free clean eating. It's going to come with an ebook guide and all that we can use on our own, but also it will come with a 7-day supply of Shakeology. Plus, they get 7 days with Beachbody on demand, and then at the end of the trial, they don't have to cancel it or anything. Like, it just automatically stops, and then so you don't have to worry about people canceling and all that, and then they can re-sign back up with you. So I was pretty excited about that. And of course, there were a million other things, including the fact that we're launching in the UK, but that was one of the things that stood out to me the most. But we'll have more info about, probably a team call about launching in the UK and how to do it the right way, just so you guys can kind of get the background on that. But we have so many people here to help that thinking about the UK to me is just like a whole nother thing. We have so many people here. So today we're going to talk about vision and goals. And by the way, any of the leaders, if you guys want to chime in at any point in time, feel free to do so. I'm going to be sharing my screen. We actually today finished making it's like a planner, a guide for you guys. And it's pretty awesome. It's going to, I'll just show it to you guys. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Hang on just a sec.
Christine's got it all printed out up there. Look at her, the key right there.
I seriously sent it like 3 minutes prior.
So nice.
And then I saw that I log in and she's sitting there waving it around. I'm like, how in the world? She's on top of things, I tell you. That's consistency, Christine. That's what I always say.
I want you to know I literally had my computer open and was waiting for this call to start for like an hour. Like, it was just ready for when you popped on. It was like, boom, they're here.
If I told her like tomorrow at 4 a.m. we're meeting in Florida, she would show up. So let me share this really quick. Okay. Can you guys see this? Okay, perfect. Oh wait, this isn't what I want to show you. I'm sorry. My mind. Hold on just a second. Where is it? I have to unshare this screen. Okay, we're going to try it one more time. It's not on that one. Oh, see, this is the fun stuff you get to do later. Okay. There it is. Yay. Okay, now we have it. Let me know when you guys can see it because it's usually delayed a little bit. You can see it? Okay, good. Let me move this over here. So this is Love Your Life Planner. We got this idea from another team, but just kind of made a few little changes. But this is something that you'll get to keep, print out, but you can also give to your coaches. So this has got some information here about getting started and all that fun stuff. I'm not going to go through that because a lot of you guys have already done a lot of this, but this is super important for you guys. When you're signing up new coaches, you can just send this to them and they can get started. And of course, we have our team training pinned to the top of the page in our team group. So you're always welcome to use all this stuff. The stuff is created for the team by the team, so it's not exclusive to anybody but our team. So feel free to use that as it's yours. That's a perk of being on a team that already created it. So let's get started right away. In this little planner, and you guys will have the chance to print this off. I'll send it to you guys or post it into the team page. The very first thing I want to talk about is your why and designing your perfect life. And now it's important to say you heard a lot of us leaders talking about kind of starting over, that a lot of us are. A lot of us feel like we are, because once you hit certain goals and you get there, you tend to go in kind of cruise control. But then at some point you got to figure out where you're going, because then you can just go wherever and you're like, okay, how did I end up here? And that's where I'm kind of at right now too. And I think a lot of us are as well. And at Summit, my big eye-opening moment was during one of the leadership talks. They were like, if you don't know where your coaches are going or what their vision is for their life, there's no way you can possibly help them. And I started writing down names and I'm like, I have no idea what this person's like lifelong dreams are. I have no idea what they want out of this. And that was a problem. So we're going to fix that and we're going to get back on track, because once you have a vision and your goals are right there in front of you, it's very hard to abandon that. And you just get fired up for it. So your why, and it says up here at the top, every great idea begins with vision. Knowing what you want out of life and why you want it is imperative to any great business idea succeeding. Let's dig a little deeper into what lights a fire in your soul. So obviously I'm not going to go through all of my goals, but you will go through here and write down your financial goals. And the way that I would do it is I would set 1 month, 3 month, 6 month goals. And if you want to, you could go take it a step further and do 1 year, depending on you and the type of person that you are. You know your mentality. Like I was telling some of the leaders in our group chat, I was like, it's hard for me because I'm very big picture thinking. Like I think 5 years out immediately when somebody asks me what my goals are instead of short term. That's just how I've always been. So for me, I kind of have to start there and work my way back. So whatever works best for you is going to be where you need to start. So you can do the financial goals and then family goals. So that could even be, relationship with your spouse. Like, are there things that you wish were better between you and your in-laws, or whatever it is? Those goals need to be written down somewhere, because you might think those things, but if you're not actively looking at them and acknowledging it, it's very hard to work towards achieving that. Travel goals. So what are your travel goals if that's something that you've wanted to do? Relationship goals. Again, that doesn't necessarily mean your spouse. It could be relationships with friends. Like, are you wanting to start reconnecting with people again in person? I know for me, coaching has helped a lot with connecting and reconnecting with people. But for me, I really like the in-person interaction. Like, that's why I love Summit. That's why I love live events. So for me, making it a goal to try to get into contact with people in real life more often. And then education goals. So is there anything that you want to do education-wise? And fill these out. And the whole idea of this, and when you print this out and you fill it out, you'll want to send these screenshots to your coach, your sponsor, or your upline, whoever you're working with to mentor. If nobody's mentoring you, go to the team page and say, hey, I would love for somebody to hold me accountable to these goals. And we will make sure that you are, so that you put them out there somewhere. Just you holding on to them is not enough. You really need to share them with somebody who's going to hold you accountable to those. And I think that some of us leaders talked about this as well. When you don't have somebody there to bounce these off of, and they know like where you're wanting to go, if they see you not doing the things that are supposed to get you there, they are more likely going to bring it up. You're not going to do that to yourself sometimes. So this one is about balance. So you'll see there it says people who write down their goals earn 9 times as much over their lifetimes as the people who don't. And yet 80% of Americans say they don't have goals. 16% have goals but don't write them down. Less than 4% write them down. Less than 1% review their goals. Guess which 1%? So you want to make sure that you're writing down your goals for these as well. So charitable goals, spiritual goals, health goals, career goals, adventure goals. So those are all things that you want to, and you'll notice that none of them just say coach goals, because when you have all of these goals that coaching, just, you guys are coaches because more than likely it aligns with your life, your values, your mission, and your morals. So usually coaching is going to fit into one of these. So obviously health goals, career goals, it may not be full-time coaching. And that's what's really awesome about the coaching opportunity is not everybody has to go full-time coaching. That was not my intentions when I started at all. I would have told you were nuts if I was, not ever going to be a hygienist again. That was not even in my thinking. So don't be turned off if you see a lot of us say, we want to be full-time coaches. We want to be at home, because that's not all there is. There's a lot of people who still continue to make very, good paychecks with Beachbody coaching. However, they love their full-time job and they'll never stop that. But it has allowed them to take more time off so that they can do more things with their family and do some of the other things that they like. So just balance. So what would balance look like to you in your life? Think about that and write that down maybe at the bottom. Like, what does a balanced life look like to you? And you really need to see that to make sure that your goals are going to align with what you really, really want. And then breaking down your goals. So if you have a certain goal, whatever it is, so you can do this for each one of your goals. So, if you write one down underneath your coaching section, say it's diamond. So your goal is diamond. What does it mean if you achieve that? And I ask a lot of people this because I'll have coaches come to me and say, I want to hit diamond. I'm like, well, why? What does it mean to you? And they're like, well, it's like the next step. Well, that's not enough, because then when you get there, it's not special and it's not, what's next, so it would continue to be what's next, what's next, what's next. So you need to understand what that means. Maybe your goal is emerald. Does that mean that you've kind of put some skin in the game as a coach and you're starting to grow your business? That is really important to you. So you have to think, what is this going to do for me and what does it mean to me? How will it make me feel if I reach that goal? And make sure that you have that kind of locked into your vision as well. And so then you'll see there's little boxes. I don't know how well you guys can see this. Let me zoom in here. That say to do ASAP, shorter term plan, and long-term plan. So for this goal, if it's, emerald, obviously you can hit emerald pretty fast. So you may not have to do, 5-year goal here. But to do ASAP would be tomorrow. Shorter term plan would be within the next few days, and then long term within a month. But if you're putting down a goal, you want to make sure that this goal is something that you have to stretch for. You don't want it to be so out of reach that it's impossible, but we want to make sure it's something you're really stretching for. So I don't think emerald's enough for a lot of you guys. I think a lot of you guys have bigger dreams than that. And to remember that rank doesn't equal income too. So we'll talk a little bit about this as well. But finding out what's important for you. What are you motivated by? And go ahead in the chat box and I'll give you some numbers to put in there. So if you are motivated by income or money or rewards such as trips and things like that, put 1 in the chat box if you can. So I can kind of see where we all are as far as our focus. And then if you are motivated by affirmation, so you love being recognized. Like, you want to be on stage. You want to have your coach post about you. You want to be invited to certain things. Oh, I don't know why can you guys see where it's writing on the board? I don't know how I did that. I'm not even touching it. That's weird. Kind of creepy. Let me go into the chat box here. And so if you're somebody who's it's kind of income, rewards, and things like that, that's kind of one. Number two, like I said, would be affirmation, words of affirmations, which would be also being recognized for your hard work. So that can also kind of be travel, but it's not necessarily materialistic things. Like, if you're somebody who would much rather receive a handwritten note from someone saying congratulations rather than getting a prize, like, that would be number two. And then number three would be, let's see, what was the other one? Number three would be, so we've got the income and all of that. I think that's all of them, right? Did I forget any? I think that's it. So just kind of seeing what you guys are motivated by. Awesome. What if we like both? That's okay. But which one is more important? Because at some point in your business, I just came onto this in my business. Sometimes in your coaching business, you will be able to have both. You will be able to. That's how I've been able to do all the way up until this point. However, we're at a fork in the road where I have to make a decision if I'm going to stop building my business and build Jason's weak leg, which means more income, or if we're going to find another way to build income so that we can still maintain our elite status as a team, which is really important, but also rank and all that stuff, which can also equal money too down the road from bonuses and stuff. So I think it's really, so travel, awesome. So I think a lot of us are number one, and then number two is kind of like, that's a perk. And it's really nice that we're able to be a part of something that even has, you know, options that they reward us just for hitting Success Club every single month. Let's see, what did Kelly say? Our goal is to be, two drives me to get to one, which is end goal. Awesome. Makes sense. And so really what rank does is it gives you a goal to shoot for, because you know if you hit that, the income will come, right? So that's what you mean by that. So it's important to know that that doesn't always happen. And so we want to make sure that we tell you the right ways to do it depending on your situation. So that's what we're here for, as your coaches. But I just kind of wanted to see what your motivating drives were, because if income and everything is something that you are shooting for, don't be afraid to put your goal income here, not a rank, because like I said, rank does not always equal income, unfortunately. I wish it did, but it doesn't always. So, and for, like I said, for a lot of you, you'll be able to do both for a while. And some of you may need to start focusing on volume and income first. So it's individual to every single person. But don't be afraid to put an income goal here. It is okay to have a goal of earning extra income. It does not make you greedy. It does not make you wrong by any means, because we know that, what does income mean to you? Does it mean more travel? Does it mean more time with your family? Does it mean that your husband will finally be able to come home, you know, at least for a little bit longer than he has in the past from work? Does it mean that you can finally quit your second job or your third job? Can you cut back on hours at a job that you really are not passionate about? So there's a lot of things that income can do for you that is not selfish at all. It's not a selfish thing. And I think that sometimes we get that in our head. So I wanted to cover that really quick. Let me look at the chat box. I'm working for freedom. I've got puppies to feed. Awesome. To not pay for childcare. That's huge. Sarah said, I'd say when I was a hygienist, one was more important so I could leave my job. But now that my income is like 5 times my hygiene income, 2 drives me in this biz now. And that, yeah, and that's how I felt too. So whenever I was first working as well as a hygienist, I wanted to not be a hygienist anymore once I got into coaching because I love coaching more. So for me, income was a big motivating factor because I knew that when I hit a certain income, I would finally be able, to sustain that. I would finally be able to walk away from my hygiene job and do this full time and then make the decisions of where I wanted to focus later. And like I said, some of us, both of those can come at the same time, which is really nice. So any questions about that while we're here, like about rank and income? Because I know we've got some new coaches. And so Lindsay said, I want to be able to help contribute to my family since we are on one income and not have to rely on my parents for help. I want to not have to live with them anymore. Yes, so Lindsay is in a situation right now where she's been staying with them and she's ready to not be there anymore. I'm trying to erase. Oh, there we go. I'm like, where did these come from? Any leaders want to jump in on that at all? No? Okay. I thought I heard somebody. Maybe not. Okay, so you want to put your goal there, whatever it is. And then action steps, brain dump. So that just means what are all the actions that you could take to get you to that goal. And if you're brand new, you may not know all the action steps just yet, and that's okay. We're going to give them to you, but that's something that your coach will help, your sponsor will help you with. And then, of course, there's some notes down here at the bottom. So this is really good to have in here as well, because I think it's so important that we, oh, sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing. It's so important that we understand that as coaches, we are not all the same, and that's really cool. A lot of people are like, I don't see how I can be successful because there's a coach that lives in my same neighborhood, or there's a coach that's a friend of mine, and we have a lot of mutual friends. What you have to offer is so different than what they have to offer. Their personalities are different, their skills are different, and they're just different people. Their goals might be different too. So it's really important for you to understand that you can't just not go out there and invite and not go out there and try to build your business in fear that you're going to be just the same as everybody else, because you have something different to offer. And we're going to talk about that more in a second. But on the skills and passion part of this, it's really important that you design your coaching business around that, around what you're passionate about already. A lot of you are probably passionate about helping people because you're here. Our team is, over the last year, it was a rough year for a lot of teams, but for us, we were great. We still grew and we still had people joining. It was kind of a crazy year, and now it's really, really picking up. And I asked the leaders, I said, well, I wonder why that is. Like, people are asking me, you didn't have anybody disappear? And we're like, no, not really. We've been fine. And I think it's because we all came here to help people. So I would assume that a lot of you guys are in that position too. But what skills do you have besides that, besides helping people? And so you'll see down here some things that you'll want to jot down about environment, hobbies, and then it asks about your skills. What are you already good at, and how can you continue to improve those skills for your business? Are you creative, strong leader, visionary, organized, task master, strong relationship builder, professional fun haver? Who's a professional fun haver? That sounds like it. Hey, and that is, you're probably a personality type, which what they would call, is it the sapphire personality type, very outgoing, sociable, love just being with a lot of people and talking to people. But you'll be surprised that a lot of that will determine how you build your business and the types of challenge groups you run and the free groups. If you're like, where's Alyssa Bailey? She's like the planner queen. She is all about planners. Like, for her, she was actually, I remember back in the day when she started, she was a part of a free planner group, and things like that, where you are skilled in something that you can share with others, and it may have nothing to do with coaching, but what it does is it connects you to other people. And what's awesome about coaching is you can really build this however you want. It's our business, and Beachbody gives us that freedom to build it however we want. I just talked to a new coach today, Tara. She's a type 1 diabetic, and so for her, this wouldn't be necessarily a skill, but it's something that helps her. She's become really knowledgeable in this. So I guess it'd be a skill as well, but she's become a lot more knowledgeable in it to be able to help other people. So that sets her apart from other people. So any questions about that part? And again, we're going to send you all this so you can fill it out yourselves. Let me check the chat box before. Let's see. Christine, Freedom. Alyssa, I have a comment, Brooke. It's a great vision question that I wrote down from Summit. Go, Alyssa, go.
Okay, so first of all, Brooke said that comment, and I didn't get to introduce myself or anything, but
did I leave you out?
Yeah, but you kept going, so I didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I totally thought
there's a lot of us. So I went diamond last year before Summit, and a lot of my coaches are discount coaches, but they've stayed on because they all love the product, and a few of them have started coaching and everything. And I've fallen rank, and last year I'm a special education teacher for any new people, and I've been coaching for 2.5 years, I guess. And so last year was a really hard year for me, career wise. So I kind of took a step back and really focused on me. But as I went back into summer, and especially going to Summit and everything, really getting my vision back. And I worked with a life coach in the past few months and everything too, to really work on my vision. And so one of the questions I wrote down from Summit, that they were talking about vision was, as a new coach with no financial or time constrictions, what would you create? So creating a vision of if you had no financial or time constrictions at all, what would you want to build? And so just kind of an example, something that's really near and dear to my heart that I kind of figured out by working with my life coach is that something that was big for me growing up was wishing that I had somebody, even though I have an older sister, I wish I had somebody that kind of helps me through those confidence things and working through fear and stuff. So now something really near and dear to my heart is that I want to start a nonprofit for those girls so that I can help work through those things. So that was just a really cool vision question for me to think about, so that I have a bigger goal with coaching so I can move towards that. So I just wanted to kind of share that because that was a really cool question I took away from Summit.
Thank you. Sorry, Olivia, I totally thought I had to go.
Can I just add to that, Alyssa?
Yes.
There was a second part to that, wasn't there? And the second part was, okay, now that you have that clear vision, right?
Uh-huh.
What would it mean to you if it all went away? If you failed at it, what would that mean to you?
Was that a part to the question?
There's a second part to it. So it was, if you have your clear vision, if money and time wasn't in your way, and this was the vision you set for yourself, and that's what you want to work towards, if you didn't get to that goal, how would you feel? So that you can come to know that, you have to push through those fears, and it's not a non-negotiable, basically.
Right. So since then, yeah, I agree, because I didn't write that part down. And it's to have that punch in the gut feeling of, if all of that was taken away, with human nature, we don't want to fail. None of us want to feel like failures, because those are the things that we're passionate about. And so, yeah, it's so that we keep pushing through the inviting and stuff, the stuff that's hard, because that stuff is, I don't know where I'm going with that, but it gets in the way, and you know what I mean?
It's not, it gets mundane.
Yeah, exactly.
And anything, with any business that happens, but I think with coaching, we tend to get a little spoiled because we get to do so much of what we like that we want to do more of that, and we forget to do the really important stuff that actually build the business. So for me, just like you were saying, it's, Jason always says you have to earn that. You have to earn that time to be able to do that, because right now you need to build this. And so, and like Colleen was saying, and they did this with another training I was in before, you would say your goal, and then you would say, what would happen if that that never happened? But it was your why. It was more tied to your why, as I want Theo to be healthy, and I want, all these things. And then it was well, what would happen if you didn't do this? And it's whoa, I don't want that to happen. And so it was really on a deeper level. And a lot of people relate to the, I don't want that to happen, so I'll do this, more than I want this, so I'm going to go after it. So a lot of people rather avoid pain than chase after non-pain, I guess you'd say. So I think, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And then as far as your story, guys, what makes you different? So why did you become a coach? How will this business and the products improve your life? Be vulnerable here. Where is your pain from your past, and how can this opportunity relieve it? How can your past inspire others and help relieve their pain? And I always tell new coaches this too, like, don't feel like you have to air out all your dirty laundry from day one, because most of us do not do that and did not do that. It was a gradual process where we just kind of started sharing the pain points that Beachbody helped us with initially. And then as we got further into it and did more personal development, we started realizing really deep things that Beachbody helped us with. So whenever I first started coaching, I obviously wasn't out in the open talking about my binge eating disorder, because that was really shameful to me for a long time. But after I was a part of groups and talked to people and was helping more women, and then, after about a year, I was like, you know what, this is something I want to talk more about. So I did a video and talked about it. But those things come. But how can your story inspire other people? And just like Colleen was saying, and Alyssa, what if you don't share your story? Like, think about how many people you could help with this. Like, you probably have a lot of people in your head that you've been thinking about that really need what we've been doing, yet you're kind of scared or intimidated to reach out to them. Just what if you didn't reach out to them? What could happen in their lives? But what could happen if you do? Think about those things. There was somebody who shared a story that's on our upline team and I shared it into TNT, but some of you guys are new, so you may have not seen it. But one of his friends, it was actually his college roommate and best friend from college. He had been a coach for over 5 years, this coach who shared the story. And he said, this was my best friend, and he knew that I was a coach. I just never invited him to get healthy because I assumed because he knew that I was a coach, if he wanted help, he would reach out to me. Well, he passed away. He had, I believe it was a blood clot. I can't remember exactly what had happened, but he had gained a lot of weight and had a blood clot and had passed away. And he said, now all I can think about is, what if I would have just invited him? What if I would have just gotten over the fact that he knows I'm a coach, he'll come to me if he needs me, and just said, hey buddy, do you want to be a part of my next group? Or do you want to meet up with me and do this workout? And so I always think about that now whenever I'm inviting, because whenever you think about those things, it makes it a little bit easier for you to invite. So then the next one, I wonder why it's not moving down. That's weird. Okay. My computer is doing weird stuff tonight. Your ideal customer. So we won't get too far into this tonight because I don't think that this is too much about goal setting, but this part's in there, and this is really just to help you narrow down who you're going to be talking to. And that's really, really important, because you're not going to attract, just like we were saying, you're going to attract different people than so-and-so. You also don't want to be speaking to the general population, or you're going to attract nobody. You want to be very specific on the type of person that you're trying to attract. And for myself, it's usually the me before I started Beachbody. That's the type of person that I want to attract. And I write all the attributes. I put myself in my shoes back then, and I write down all of those attributes. And then that helps me whenever I craft my message, when I'm posting on social media, when I'm talking to people, it helps me relate in a way that hits them in their pain points, so that they are wanting to act and they feel like I've kind of connected with them in some way, that I get it. Let me see, something popped up here. Lindsay has done a great job this week accepting the mom crowd and narrowing down her posts. Yes, she has. I've noticed this, Lindsay. And we're going to have Lindsay come chat at the very end of this, because she's been doing something that's super, super helpful. So we'll skip on that part, but I really love this. Don't just set SMART goals. So if you know what SMART means, that means, now I'm going to forget what it is. Something measurable, attainable. Alyssa, what are they?
I have to do this because my school is a Leader in Me school, so we set SMART goals all the time. So it's specific, measurable, attainable. Oh my gosh, what's R?
I couldn't think of what R is.
Realistic. And time bound.
And timely or whatever, time bound.
Awesome. I totally forgot that one. So basically it's setting goals that are clear and specific and have a time stamp attached to it. But I love this because it says set heart goals. So for the H, help yourself. You have to take care of you, number one. That is always so important. And, you know, there are coaches on here who have been with us for a couple years. Stuff happens, life happens, and sometimes you just got to take care of you before you can pour out into other people. I know I've been guilty of it in the past where I've poured way too much into other people and then I've burnt myself out. So there really has to be a good balance of that, or you can end up burning yourself out and then you just want to go in a hole and hide. So you really want to make sure that you take care of you first, always, because you cannot help anybody else if you're not in the right place. E, everyone else, people matter. So that's what's next. Attitude and academics, never stop learning. So always being a researcher and learning new things. And then resources, steward time, money, and energy well. So making sure that you are not wasting all of those things, of course. And then trade and business comes last. So all of those things, which is really cool with Beachbody, the H, E, A, and R, all of those things usually happen before you even have to worry about the T. Because if you take care of those things, you guys know whenever you're on your own journey, you naturally end up sharing it, right? Like people naturally usually come to you from work or friends or whatever. If you're posting on social media, when you're taking care of yourself, then when you're taking care of other people, you get referrals, they want to sign up as coaches. So when you do all those things in that order, typically the trade and business comes last, but it's really intertwined in all of that. So I really love that. And this is planning your Emerald and Diamond Dream Team. So this is something that you can fill out, like if you know for sure, like these are the people I want on my team, and I totally, picture them here, then you can fill in those little boxes with their names. And don't, be afraid to reach out to them. And we'll talk more about how you can reach out to your dream team people as well. Okay. And then your list of 100. If you do our new coach training, we ask for you guys to have a list of people. That's just so you can actually reach out to them. And then you're the hero of your own story. So I love this. You'll go through this. And I love that it says change has nothing to do with circumstances and everything to do with your decisions and actions. Change starts with you, because how many excuses have we made with a million different things? Well, I'm this, I'm that. It doesn't matter. Decisions and actions change things, period. Just today, I was talking to somebody about willpower. It doesn't exist. Willpower does not exist. Action does. You just have to decide to move your butt. And it's hard. It took me a long time to figure that out. This book helped, No Excuses by Brian Tracy. But lots of personal development. It took me to finally figure all that out. So this is really good. This is what this is when you start to set your vision. Describe what success looks and feels like to you. So imagine yourself in your perfect life. What is it? How do you see yourself? Where are you? What is the scenery like? What does your day look like? So what does your perfect day look like to you? Or what does success look like? So what is success to you? Because success is so different for every single person. We were just talking about what you're motivated by. Some people might feel really successful if they are able to buy more things for their children, or they might feel more successful if they are allowed to or able to go on more trips, or whatever it might be. Whatever success is to you, whatever it looks and feels like, jot that down in this space. You can use pictures too if you want. And then we won't get into Success Club because most of you guys already know about that. However, this is one of the big goals that you want to hit as a brand new coach. This is what really, it says the yellow brick road to your dreams coming true. It really is, because those are kind of the foundation of building your yellow brick road, I guess you would say. But Success Club is definitely a non-negotiable. Just set that goal and make it happen. It's helping people. So it's something that directly coincides with everyone here's goals and missions anyway. And this talks about the 3 Lives Club. So we pretty much went over the goals part, and we didn't get too far into the vision part of it. But there's a ton of different ways that we can look at your vision. And I think somebody was, let's see, who was I talking to about this? Trying to think who it was earlier today. But we were talking about the vision boards. So the vision boards has anybody ever done a vision board before? So with a vision board, I think that they're really, really important if you're somebody who needs that right in front of you and you like to have something like that. I know for myself, I did not have a vision board this year and I was really directionless. So for me, I downloaded the app. It's Rona Collage, I think. And they actually have vision boards. So you can do it on your phone, makes it really, really easy. I see lots of chat boxes. Hold on. Let's see, my kids did these in learning strategies. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so with the vision board, why is that writing on the screen again? I don't understand. It's driving me crazy. You don't have to do that, but I do recommend doing it if you are somebody who you feel like is going to benefit from it. I know for myself, I do benefit from it. So with your vision board, you don't want to just put on there, Star Diamond Coach. You do want to put that if that's something you want, but you want it to be something bigger than that. Like, just like we were talking about, what does your life look like a year from now? What do you want it to look like at that point? So what is your vision then? If you were already in that, if you knew you couldn't fail, what would your life look like in a year? And have that vision for yourself and start just putting things in there. Go to Pinterest, like whatever you are like, I want this to happen in the next year, putting that on a vision board. And I'll post an example of mine once I get it finished, so you guys can kind of see that. But I think it'd be a good idea as a team to go and do one of those if you feel like that will benefit you. Like I said, everybody's different. I'm more visual. I am not good at writing a bunch of stuff down. I'm more just like, this is what I want, and that's what I'll go after. And so with this planner, you'll be able to print out, guys. When we're talking about goals, you're going to be able to send this to, I don't know why that's doing that. There we go. You'll be able to send this to your sponsor, or you can post it into the team page. I think it would be great, one of the goal pages to post those, and send those to your sponsor as soon as you get those done, so that they kind of know where your direction is, as well as your vision, if you can do that as well. But just scroll through here, guys, and you'll see all the different stuff in here that you can check off. And then you will also see that it sets monthly goals. And then as you scroll down, you have each day planned out for you, pretty much, what activities you need to be doing as a brand new coach, all the way up to Diamond, all the way up till now. These are the things that you continue to do as a coach. And so you'll just go through here and you'll check these off. And it makes it really easy for you to plan your day, to plan your goals and your actions. And it has 4 weeks worth of Monday through Sunday things. And then on Sunday, it has a reflection. So you'll see on Sunday, it's just kind of a reflection day. And then you reassess your goals on Sunday night so that you know for the week, that's what your plans are. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking because it's late and that took a long time and I'm sorry. But I want to make sure that we went through that, and I'll send this to you guys. But if anybody wants to unmute yourselves, ask questions, chat, let's do it. So Kelly said, I'm a huge advocate for writing your goals down and putting them somewhere where you can see them every day. Way more likely to have them happen. It's almost creepy sometimes. It really is. And somebody had mentioned this in one of our groups, and that's when I realized, like, after Summit, I have got to do that again, because they were saying that each year that they looked back, the years that they actually made a vision board, all those things were very close to happening or almost did. And the year that they didn't, like, everything kind of reversed. I don't think it's a coincidence, which is kind of crazy. Yes, and so Scott said your vision board can change over time. Absolutely. Scott had shared his vision board with us that he made when he first started, and then his vision board now. It looks very different. Molly, I write my goals on my bathroom mirror. I love that. I've seen a lot of people do the Post-it notes too. What you focus on expands. Amen to that. Yes. So does anybody any of the leaders want to chat before we jump off of here? Let me stop sharing my screen here so we can see everybody. Yay. So guys, moving forward, we plan to have these calls every Thursday, either at 8 or 9. 9 is really late for the Canadians. I'm sorry, guys. Thank you for joining us. And I know it's even late for some of us. So some days, some weeks it might be 8 o'clock just so we can accommodate both people because we're kind of on both sides. So we'll try to make sure to do that. Somebody was unmuting themselves for a second. Amanda?
I was just curious if anybody who had a board would be willing to like post it in one of our groups to share, just so a visual example.
Yeah, I'll share mine, and then there's some that were not mine that I was actually looking at that I'll share too.
That'd be awesome. Thank you.
I don't mind sharing mine and Todd's. We have like a combined one that we have hanging in our living room, so I don't mind taking a picture and showing that.
Thank you. That would be awesome. And so the next thing I wanted to do, I wanted to introduce Lindsay. She is a Ruby coach. She's almost diamond. And she was actually doing kind of the No for Go challenge, which is, I guess it would be the 100 go for no's. But really it was more of challenging herself to reach out to more people. So if you want, Lindsay, do you care to talk about that for a second? Yeah, unmute you.
My internet is really choppy, so tell me if you can hear me.
We can hear you.
Okay, good. Because I can hear you guys, but like all my little screens are not showing up and our internet sucks. So Brooke has us in a little group chat with some of the newer coaches, and we were talking today, and I've been having a really hard time with SC this month. It's been super difficult, and I was just trying to think, how can I talk to people? Because I can talk to my friends, like me, I could sit and talk to Brooke forever. But with complete strangers, I have a really hard time striking up conversations. I don't know what to say to them. And I had been kind of cold calling people and just be like, hey, come join my challenge group. And it's just not working because the market is so saturated with the MLM. I can't talk, sorry.
Oh, I think, is everybody still
MLM stuff right now that if anybody,
I hear you now.
Hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, like I said, the internet sucks. So our markets are so saturated with the MLM right now that if anybody sees a message in their inbox that has anything to do with Protect or them or whatever, they're automatically just ignoring going.
Oh, I think we lost. If you want, Lindsay, you could do a live video into the team page. That might be easier because then you can share your message too.
Oh, yay.
Yay. She's like, thanks a lot. But I think it might be better so that we can hear everything.
Okay.
Yeah, but she's basically been just kind of reaching out to people and just connecting with them. And instead of inviting and things like that, it was a really cool challenge. And she's got some awesome, ideas behind that. So I love it. And so let's see. Tracy said the one in the diamond group was awesome, the spider web thing. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. I did like the spider web. So I will share the spider web. I totally forgot about that one. And it wasn't really a vision board, was it? It was more just kind of like, yes, that. You did like so many things that were important to you and have that. And then I guess you could put pictures with it too, if you wanted to. So we can do that as well. Does anybody else have any questions or anything? And it doesn't have to be related to vision boards or goals or anything like that. Just any questions in general. Nobody? It's raining really hard here, so I'm thinking our internet's probably going to go out soon. But thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. And what we're going to do, which is going to be really, really fun, is each week we're going to rotate which leader is going to host the call. So then that way you guys don't have to listen to me every time. You get to listen to somebody different with a different personality, different perspective. And so then that way you guys get to know each leader so that you're connected to all of us and you don't feel like, oh, I just know this person, because we actually have this really awesome team. And together is better, and we're stronger together than trying to do everything apart. And so then that way also we can share lots of our valuable information. But I will send you guys, I'll post into the team page the planner that I just shared with you guys, and then also the examples of them. And then what we'll do is if you create one, just comment below. So then they're not all over the place, but comment below the examples that we post. So then that way, and tag your sponsor so that they can see it. And then that way we have them all right there. Bridget said, love the planner, yay. Yay, I hope that it helps you guys. And you'll notice that when you get to the bottom, those daily check marks and stuff, it goes directly with our business activity tracker from Beachbody. It's just in a different format. So anyway, guys, I guess we will let you go. This will be recorded, and we will, Allie, I'll post it in the team page, in the FitBoss team page. I think that's it. And let's see. I think there was one more question. Feel free to share mine. So yeah, Scott had his too, and I'll share those as examples. And I think that's it. So anyway, guys, hope you have an awesome Thursday night. Tomorrow's Friday, yay. And thanks for hanging out with us tonight. And we will create an event each week for the call. So then that way you're reminded of it on your Facebook as well. So anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. Bye.